In 2020, the COVID pandemic hit the world, devastating nations and livelihoods. Although every country was concerned with getting the disease out of their own country, foreign policy became a huge part of the issue. Who got relief? Who got the vaccines first? Let's explore a dilemma public leaders faced during the outbreak. Imagine you're the head of the CDC. A new disease called COVID has broken out in the United States. You have taken 0.001% of 100,000 Americans' income in taxes to develop and distribute 100,000 vaccines. However, upon developing the vaccine, an outbreak hits Haiti. The vaccines you have developed will prevent more deaths in Haiti, but they were meant for the 100,000 Americans. You can either lie to the American public, say progress on the vaccine is slow, and redirect the vaccines to Haiti, saving thousands of Haitians while less thousands of Americans die. Or you can give the vaccines to the American public and let thousands of Haitians die. What do? A utilitarian might say to redirect the vaccines to Haiti. After all, they'll prevent more death and therefore do the most good for the most amount of people there. Plus, the Americans who would die of COVID will be the elderly and children, which will have a less of an impact on society and the economy. The Haitians who die will mostly be the working population, since the life expectancy is lower, having a larger impact on their economy and their overall population. An egoist, on the other hand, might say to keep the vaccines in America. The backlash you might get if someone reveals you redirected the vaccines would tank your reputation and could even cost you your job. A Kantian ethicist could have several perspectives. Based on his categorical imperative, giving vaccines to countries most in need could be a universal good. However, taking people's money without their consent to do something good might be disastrous as a universal law, since people would constantly be taking money from others without their consent, even if it's for a good cause. The problem brings in the issue of ownership and consent. You use the money of the Americans to make the vaccine. Don't they deserve it? But you also took such a small fraction of their income, it might not even matter. Do the ends justify the means? Thomas Hobbes, an English philosopher from the 17th century, has another perspective. Hobbes developed the idea of contractarianism, where morality isn't defined at all except by the contracts we make with each other. For example, people in society inherently kind of have a contract with each other not to kill each other, because everyone is better off that way. Everyone has a duty to follow that contract if it's agreed upon, and if you're better off because of it. Hobbes would say to keep the vaccines in America to honor your contract with 100,000 Americans. There is no one true answer to this dilemma. In real life, India faced a similar situation and did the reasonable solution, sending vaccines out and vaccinating their own population simultaneously. Unfortunately, that's not possible in our scenario. So what would you do?